Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Diane Lang. I'm the owner and founder of Wisdom of the Akashics and RiseAwake.com. You can find me on Facebook and on Fiverr. And what I would like to have you guys do right now is subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you get notified of upcoming videos. And when I can get the channel to over 1,000 subscribers, we can do even more with the channel in regards to live videos and such. So I want to welcome you today. My topic for today is how to keep your vibration high during the holiday season. And this can be a really kind of a troubled time for a lot of people. There's no automatic, that Christmas brings joy to all of us. It can actually be a very lonely time for people. It can be a difficult time for people. And I've always felt that is something that we could benefit from acknowledging, because there's a lot of stuff going around. It's gotten very commercial. It's expensive. There's a lot of reasons that people are kind of turning it down. But if you have something in your heart that is kind of impacting you, that you're missing someone, it could be a family member, could be a parent. I've lost both my parents. My mom's been gone now for, coming on 18 or 19 years. I guess it'll be 19 years in February. So the season can actually be a bit difficult on us. The holiday season, it can be hard for us to keep our vibration high. It can be hard for us to keep our optimism high. We can feel a lot of struggle and sadness and depression and longing. And then in the community of the twins, this can be a very difficult time, especially if your twin is with someone else, or you are the one in the relationship that is with someone else. I've had a saying for a very long time, and to me, it's a lot harder to be alone inside of a relationship than it simply is to be alone. I actually can see someone on the thing there. So hello to the viewers that are watching right now. Thank you for coming to the channel. So this is like, we were in a chat the other day, and people were talking about what are the messages that we were brought up with that kind of told us to, get over things, let it go. Mine was suck it up, buttercup. That was something that was said to me a lot, like suck it up, buttercup, pull up your pants and keep going kind of thing. And, that's all fine and well when a kid falls off their motor or their bike or something like that. But when you start to get older, when your heart's engaged, when you're longing for something, it's not really just great advice to tell people to suck it up, buttercup. It's not something that I aspire to suggest to people to use as an excuse. So there are certain things, though, that can help us, and it really is individual. So no one thing is going to work for everyone. I'll give you guys some suggestions and some ideas, but ultimately you have to go to your heart. You got to go to your soul and say, what is it that I can do to better my experience that minimizes the loneliness that I'm feeling, that minimizes the longing that I'm feeling, the sadness that I'm feeling? Because like I said, there's a really big body of people who aren't just all excited about Christmas. Like this year in particular, I haven't decorated. People have been kind of giving me crap about it. And I'm like, you know what? It's just not there for me this year. My parents are gone. I don't have any little children around me. I don't have a relationship that I'm in. And so it's just, for me, it's kind of a way not to have that prevalent idea. I can decorate my house. I have beautiful decorations, trees, all of that. But it actually sometimes, because I'm honest with myself, it actually enhances my loneliness. Well, I don't really think it's great to enhance your loneliness at a time that it's already going to be magnified for you. Last year I had Christmas at my house, so I went all out for my family, for the decorations, for everything. And it felt great, but that's what I did that because I chose to bring Christmas to my home last year. So this year, get that little message there, but so yeah, twin flames in the holiday season. So this year I've decided that I'm kind of just bypassing it. And one of the things that I can tell you and how I keep my vibration high in it, I don't let anyone guilt me out of feeling any different. I think it's all well and good. And I think it's nice intentions for people to say, oh, you got to decorate your house. You know, I had a friend come out and like, let's get your decorations up. And I was like, no, I'm not putting decorations up this year. Oh, you got to put, no, I actually don't. And I'm actually really comfortable with it. And so part of it is it's that not folding to what other people want us to do, not folding to what somebody else's expectations are. People don't know our soul. They don't know the longing and the sadness that we may be feeling. They don't know the depression that you might be experiencing. And so there's some different things that you can do. For example, one thing that I talked to a friend of mine about was last year I watched a lot of Christmas movies. This year I've watched 2 because I've actually had company that wanted to watch Christmas movies. Otherwise, I'm not turning them on this year. They make me cry at the end of them. They enhance, like I said, they up the loneliness, so they don't raise my vibration. So I'm focusing on my job. I'm focusing on doing the YouTube videos, getting the channel back up and running, and being at peace with it. And that's kind of, I think, a big piece. That's why I'm kind of really pushing this part. It's a big piece because we tend to fall into and allow other people to guilt us and shame us and make us feel bad. And actually nobody, by the way, nobody can do that without our permission. And so it's kind of like, just take that tower of strength that you really are inside. And I guarantee you one thing, if you're a twin flame, you're genuine, true, on the journey twin flame incarnated on the earth right now, you're way stronger than you think. Because the feeling can get us very, it can be debilitating. It can be, like I said, it can feel like it's more life-sucking than life-giving. Everybody is on this journey. It is not for the faint of heart. It's for people that are empowered to follow their path. It's for people that are empowered to follow themselves and stand in their truth and their strength. And the other thing is, and this comes up quite regularly, when you're a twin flame, it's very hard to talk to people about this unless you're talking to a twin flame. You're talking to somebody that understands the unconditional love. You're talking to somebody who recognizes this journey. And a lot of us that aren't with our twins, we're not present in their life. They're not with us. We're not in relationship with them. Other people, that's when you'll really hear that, oh, you're not still going on about that person, are you? Or, you know, so you have to pick and choose who you share your story with, who you share your heart with. Go into communities and spend it with time that people understand. Don't expect your brother or your sisters, your friends, or anyone to understand. Most people are in relationships that come from the ego. They're filling a need. Somebody to live with, somebody to share the rent with, somebody to share the sperm in the womb with, somebody so that ergo we're not alone. I can tell you, I know so many people lonely in relationships. And from the standpoint of the soul, from the journey of the soul, from the Akashic records, things like that, it is a lot more harder on a soul to be lonely inside of an experience, sleeping beside somebody you don't love, waking up to somebody next to you you don't really love anymore, that's, you know, cleaning the walk or doing whatever, but that you don't have a connection with anymore. You don't engage in the heart. It's very, very, very difficult on the soul. And so those are another thing. So keep that at bay. You know, if you need to up your intimacy so that you can even relate to your partner better, a lot of people turn off their intimacy once their relationships aren't really jiving. And I don't know how any intimate, personal person that you sleep beside, I can't actually imagine having that where I'm sleeping beside somebody that we never have an intimate relationship with anymore. That's something that once that changed in my relationship, it was always really key for me to know that we're really going off the rails here. And so you have to be able to talk about it, look at it, and do things like that. But so one of the ways to keep your vibration high is don't engage, don't go where you're going to feel even lonelier. Don't go where you're going to feel even more alone. Okay. So then you can do things, you can write, you can journal, you can pick things that help make you feel happy. You can do crafts, something that actually gets your mind off the longing and the loneliness. Like I said earlier, for me, it's getting back into the channel this year. I'm doing the videos again. I've started my Facebook group. You can find me here in my Facebook group. Come join me there. It's kind of a daily update for soul food for the soulful. And I also do live videos there, talk about the Akashic records, the Akashic field, as to kind of show up and be the change that we seek to see in the world. And so for a lot of us, especially that, like I said, that are specifically on this difficult time, and then we can also project out. We'll project out the anger. We'll project out the disappointment, the frustration. All of those things keep your vibration really low. Well, you can't feel good in anger. We don't tend to have, you can't smile and be angry at the same time, short of you're being sarcastic while you're being angry. And so you can say something very sarcastic with a smile on your face, but underlyingly, it's not coming from love. Okay. So you want to make sure that you try to do things that raise your vibration. Now, if I am stuck in an emotional block somewhere and I need to, for example, move some energy, I will go watch a movie that will make me cry because I need to move the energy. I need to get this out of the way. And that's another thing, is we tend to stuff our emotions really badly. Stuffing our emotions brings forward dis-ease. That's how we get sick. That's where our illnesses come from. That's where our expanded depression comes from, those types of things. So you don't want to do that. You want to nurture yourself. You want to acknowledge the feelings that you have. Write them out. Like what I've been doing lately is what I call it scripting. Every day I take my book and I write a minimum of 1 page, and I describe in that 1 page thing what I want my life to be like, what I'm calling in, what my feelings are, and write as if it's already done. Write as if it's already taken place. Now, if you need to write a forgiveness letter or something like that, that's different. But I write, go to bed at the end of the night, I script, I write out all the things I'm grateful for, that excited things that happened to me that day, what I'm looking forward to. I tend to be not great sleeper, so I write that I'm going to sleep like a baby last night. I wrote that in my journal last night, and I slept later this morning than I have in quite a long time. So you're always on this channel going to hear me talk about building the muscle. If you don't form a practice of something, there's not reasonable to have an expectation to get better at something. That's just logic. There's no big aha here. Just really realize that. If you're not doing something that's going to improve your situation, then don't be surprised it stays the same. If you're not doing something to open your communication, some people at this time of the year will be like, I really want to reach out to my twin, but what if they don't write back? And then if they don't write back, what? You're in a place of unconditional love. If you are going to hold unconditional love, that means you have to love and accept them where they're at. Perfect time to send off a message, just thinking about you well during the holiday season, because other people would, what do I want to wish them well for? They're still with their partner, they're at home, they're not going to be waking up with me on Christmas morning, whatever it is, right? So that's the thing though, we have to rise above the lower energetic stuff in order to raise our vibration. You can do something nurturing. You can go to a festival. You could, go buy yourself a nice Christmas gift. Buy yourself a nice Christmas gift. Because when you buy yourself a nice Christmas gift, you're going to get the best Christmas gift you wanted based on what your ability to do that is. Because other people are going to buy us what we think we want. So treat yourself. Raise your vibration. Recognize your worthiness. recognize that this isn't for the lighthearted and that you need some self-love and self-nurturing. It's one of the biggest mirrors that our twins can bring us, is they'll show us where we're stuck. They'll show us where we're holding our anger, our frustration, our disappointment, and yet they also bring forward the greatest love we can feel for anyone. That's the beauty. That's actually the gift in all of it. And I've had people say, I can't believe that you still think about that person. I'm like, well, I'm always going to think about them. It changed my life. Changed my ability to love, changed my unconditional love, made me look more in the mirror than I ever have before. And I have, in the relationship that I have, I've gotten to know my twin's father through an online relationship. And he just represents everything. He's just kind. He's gentle. He sends me the most wonderful notes. I don't even know if he actually recognizes that there was some sort of connection between me and his son, but he sends me these incredible notes. And so it's kind of the way, to me, I see it, like the universe is keeping us in front of each other. The universe is keeping that love. He reminds me of him. I saw a different picture of him yesterday. I saw how much they looked alike and all of that. So, and I got teary when I got that. I got a beautiful testimonial yesterday that really took my heart away. And, I allowed myself to feel that and really cry my way through that, because it was such an honor for me to have somebody take the time, come to the YouTube channel and speak about their experience of working with me. And so I find that a gift, right? Yes, I got emotional from it, but I also recognize what a gift it was. So raise your vibration, treat yourself, do something nurturing for yourself, script, decorate if you haven't decorated in years. I'm choosing not to this year. And like I said in the beginning of the video, no one's going to shame me into being, I can't believe you didn't decorate your house for Christmas this year. I might not even be in it. I might jump in my car. I might go away, that type of thing. But the big thing was not letting other people's opinions or thoughts lower my vibration. There's already enough reasons for us to wake up sad and feeling lonely and a little bit, depressed, that maybe we're still alone. Here we go, another year. I can picture myself one Christmas ago, 2 Christmases ago. This is last Christmas I'm going to be by myself. This is last Christmas I'm going to be by myself. Well, didn't turn out that way, right? But I'm actually feeling better than I have in a long time, which is why I'm coming back to the videos. And so it's just keep that in mind. Like, what can I do to raise my vibration? Who can I send a loving note to? Can I reach out and wish my twin a very great, happy Christmas, even though he's going to be with his family and not with me? That takes courage. It takes unconditional love. Now, what you want to do is, if you do that and you don't get a reply, and not getting a reply is going to send you into a tailspin of depression, well, then don't do that. Or you have to use that as a practice to say, I'm just truly going to unconditionally love my twin. I'm going to truly wish them well from my heart, regardless of and be unattached to the outcome or what you're going to get back in return, because that's actually conditional. And if we send conditions to them as their mirror, they're going to be sending them back to us. And they will be going through a level of depression and sadness if they are awake and aware of the love that they have for you. Some of us are the awakened ones. The opposite, the masculine or the feminine, is not yet awakened. That's very much shifting. And the one thing that I want to finish with today is, let this season, let it recognize that Christmas has gotten commercial. The holidays are not fun for everybody. They can be expensive. They can be very trying on people. But remember that what they're about us coming together. And the real truth is to be in our heart. So if you have a family member that you haven't spoke to for a long time, if there's somebody that you're saying, I haven't reached out to my girlfriends for a long time, get on the phone, do something that raises your vibration, stay out of situations that are going to lower it. Don't talk to people that are going to judge you for this journey. They're not the ones to go to. They're not going to understand today, tomorrow, or any other day. And so keep that close to your heart, okay? If you guys want to, you can reach out to me. If you want to look at doing any work with me, you can check out my gigs on Fiverr. I do recommend booking directly with me. If you want to do anything with me, you can reach out to me at info@riseawake.com with Diane. And if you have any questions, but if you book directly with me, I give you a 20% discount because we don't have to pay out the fees to Fiverr and such. This is a great time of the year to really practice unconditional love, put it out into the universe that way, and then allow people to show their heart to us as well. Because one thing I can tell you is once we shut down, we're actually not allowing mostly anything. When we're shut down our hearts, it'll show up in our health and it'll show up in our bank accounts. Those are the three things that almost always intertwine. So if you're off rails in one way, or if you're feeling low in one way, you'll notice, geez, I'm not making the money that I used to make. It's because at some level we're in a lower vibration, and that we have to raise that vibration to call that stuff back in so that we can be a match for the abundance that it brings us. So God bless each and every one of you. These are messages from Diane from the Akashic field for the twins, for the community, universal laws, spiritual laws, and the Akashic records. And please put the comments below. Let me know what you think about the videos. If there's a topic that you want me to talk about, put it in the notes below and I'll do my best to help you. And if you guys like the readings, I can do some readings and card readings, but I feel like there's a lot of those on the internet. There's a lot of those on the YouTube channels. I'd like to do them once in a while, but I don't want to make every video just a card reading. They're really too general for me in a way, unless I'm reading very specifically for someone. Thank you for those that you have watched. I can see there's some viewers. I really appreciate, like I said, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications, and God bless you. God bless you. I will be on before Christmas again, but I just still want to wish those of you a fantastic holiday season. Raise your vibration, call in your love, your light, your compassion, your joy. And if you're really stuck in lower vibrations, then clear them through letting yourself write, through letters, through journaling, through watching sad movies. Move that energy. What you don't want to do is have it stuck inside of you and then show up as disease and sickness and health and anger and all of that, because that's what it will manifest at if we let it continue to go. So God bless. Thank you very, very much. And we'll see you in another video. And